And thank you, Florence, South Carolina. It gives me great, great honor to be here. I'd first like to thank Mike Miller and Les Eccles and all of those who are involved in the chamber. Your work is phenomenal, and we thank you for it. I've got to thank, I see some of the staff from the city. I've got to thank them, you all. They make us look good. So we thank them for all of the work that they do and all of the work that you do. So Florence, as industry and potential residents visit our city, we must become what they are looking for. Francis Marion and Florence Darlington Tech are great colleges. McLeod and MUSC and Hope Health are great health care facilities. And our downtown revitalization, our downtown area has brought life to our inner city. And I'm so proud of that, and I always contribute that to my buddy, George Jabali. But as we know, this is still not enough. We must attract and retain businesses to require the numbers that we require, the numerical numbers, and for the economical growth. So our city manager, in all of this, and staff organized a 2-day retreat for the mayor and the council to assist us in crystallizing a 21st century vision for Florence. This mission is far from completion, and it requires input from every segment of our communities. Towards the end, 3 committees have emerged: business redevelopment, marketing redevelopment, and the community redevelopment committees. The business redevelopment committee is chaired by Mayor Pro Tem George Jabali, with William Schofield and Lethonia Barnes as members. The mission of this committee is to find, to support, and grow our existing businesses, as well as attract new businesses. To accomplish this feat, we will build on every existing strength while seeking to eliminate existing weaknesses, while at the same time working on redeveloping and improving our corridors leading into our cities. Our marketing redevelopment committee is chaired by Shaquez McCall, with Brian Braddock and George Jabali as members. The mission of this committee is to market Florence to the globe and to lead the all-American city vaccination and annexation challenge. I chair the Community Redevelopment Committee, and the members are Pat Gibson-Highmore and Shaquez McCall. The mission of our committee is to lead the city in redevelopment of our communities. Yes, Florence, it is time for us to give greater attention to our blighted areas in Florence. Model cities have diverse ethnic and economic residents surrounding its downtown area. This will make for a well-rounded community and a flourishing city. When we invest in our communities, industries will invest in us. If our communities are the heartbeat of the city, we must understand that that which flows from the heart overflows in all areas of Florence. That is why the Community Redevelopment Committee has laser focused in on bettering our inner city communities. We began with a windshield survey. This was community leaders coming together on a bus tour, and you know that was tough for some of us because they did beat us up. However, the city staff took it like champs, and when we also conducted a faith-based partnership meeting. And that was when we would meet with faith-based community leaders and we would talk to them on better ways that we can partner with them to help build the community that we are desiring. Therefore, our committee has been working on presenting to council the creation of Florence Community Development Corporation, a CDC. Now, some of you may ask, what is a CDC? And how can that help our communities? Well, I'm glad that you asked the question. A Community Development Corporation, or CDC, is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that are created to support and revitalize communities. Often they deal with affordable housing. They can also involve a wide range of community services that meet local needs, such as education, job training, health care, commercial development, and other social programs. CDC receives funding from private as well as public funding. We have models to go by, such as our downtown revitalization effort that we all enjoy. And we also paid a visit to Greenville, which y'all, to date, they have built 650 new homes in their once blighted area. They also have multiple programs that will help to make a healthy community. The business community, you may be asking, why is this important to you? When a house that you pay good money for is beautiful on the inside, but on the outside, the wood is decaying, your once expensive home has now lost its value. And that's what's happening to our city. Our beautiful city that you invest in, that you pay your money to place value in, the perimeters of the inner city are decaying. And so we must change some of our focus on community. An ancient definition of insanity is when one repeatedly does the same thing and expects a different result. It is time for us to turn our efforts towards our greatest commodity, the people of Florence. A few months ago, I visited a bedroom community outside Dallas, Texas. Some of you may have heard of it. It's called Grapevine. The experience was so spectacular until upon my return, I told my husband, this is a must-visit place. I stayed at the Gaylord Resort, and the amenities and the scenery were unmatched. But that was not the highlight of my trip. I dined at a restaurant called Perry's. Oh, y'all, the place was elegant, and they had a 3-inch pork chop, and it melted in your mouth. Oh, my God, it was so good. But, y'all, that was not the highlight of my trip. I went shopping, but I went to the wrong mall. But since I was there, I said I might as well shop. But I ended up meeting this young lady there. I asked her where would a good place for me to shop, because you know, girls, you know, if we're going to go out of town, we've got to bring something back that we can, but that's not here in Florence, okay? Y'all know that. So when I asked her that, her eyes lit up. And she said, "A mall? Oh, I've got the mall for you. You've got to go to Grapevine Mills." Then she paused and said, "Y'all, well, then to my amazement, she looked at me and she said, 'I'll take you.'" I said, "Oh, wow." She said, "You're not going to hurt me, are you?" I'm a black woman that she's never met before. But she's a white woman that I never met before. So I looked at her and I said, "You're not going to hurt me, are you?" So we got into the car, and the drive over to the mall became the highlight of my trip. This young lady began to tell me about her great city and how the people in her city are such wonderful people. That which she was doing for me, I would run into that all over town. I was amazed that she felt like everybody in the city was great. Now, we all know that that may not be so, but her view of her city was fabulous. And that was a wonderful thing. Now, who wouldn't want to visit a city like that? Florence, that's who we must become. It is something magical about the people in Florence. But we need more magic in Magic City. We must become the honey that attracts the bees, businesses, and the potential residents. We are Florence. We are Flowtown. We are the Magic City. I don't want to end this without telling you, Florence, thank you for all of your efforts. You helped us to reduce the numbers of COVID. We're getting vaccinated. We're doing all of the things that we need to do to come out of COVID-19. Florence, we must continue this forward movement. Numbers are down, and we want them to go even lower. We are asking that you join with the marketing committee campaign to test before you gather, started by our chair of the marketing, Shaquez McCall. Y'all, we've got to get behind this. Test before you gather if you love your loved ones. Christmas and Thanksgiving is right upon us. And we want to make sure when we come out of this, we will still be the Florence that can continue to move forward. We need each and every one of you to become ambassadors and spokespersons to help deliver this message. We cannot go back, y'all, to last year. Do y'all remember how it was? No one wants to go back there. No one. We need businesses open and running at full capacity. Mask up, Take all necessary precautions. Get vaccinated. Get your boosters and tests before you gather. Together, we can and we will. I got a feeling and a sneaky suspicion that everything is going to be all right. Florence, we are coming out of this thing. We are coming out of this thing, but only with your help. Stand up, Magic City. We can do this together. Thank you.